Welcome to the Deep Dive. So if you've been keeping an ear out for news about moving to Spain, you've probably heard the buzz.
Yeah, this talk about of a potential fast track to residency.
Exactly. Part of their 2025 immigration plans, apparently. We've got some early info, and today our goal is really just to cut through that noise.
Right, give you the core insights, what we actually know so far.
Okay, so the big headline grabber is definitely this phrase, fast track to residency. Seems to be linked to Spain for 2025.
It immediately makes you think, doesn't it? How much quicker, how much easier could it potentially become to move there? The term itself, fast track, it suggests a deliberate effort, right? To speed things up compared to the usual process.
Speed things up how, though? That's the question.
Well, it could mean simply requirements, maybe, or just shorter processing times.
Or maybe specific routes for certain people.
Precisely. It could be any or all of those.
Right. And while the information we have now doesn't really spell out the exact details, like who qualifies or what the track looks like.
The fact that it's even being discussed is pretty significant.
Yeah, it points to a potential change. Makes you wonder about the impact.
It really does. Even without the fine print, just seeing this concept emerge suggests Spain might be rethinking some of its immigration priorities.
How so? Like, what could be driving it?
Well, could they be trying to attract certain skills? Or maybe give a boost to specific parts of their economy?
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
We've definitely seen other countries use immigration tweaks like that, to target particular economic or demographic needs.
So that's an interesting angle. Even without the full picture, the key phrase we keep coming back to is fast track to residency. That seems to be the main signal.
Absolutely. That specific wording is our strongest clue right now. It shows the potential direction, even if the map itself isn't drawn yet.
It tells us the intent, perhaps.
Exactly. And, broadly speaking, countries do adapt their immigration systems. They respond to changes, economic shifts, social trends. It's normal.
Okay, so let's try and pull this together then. What our initial information really points to is the possibility, maybe a strong possibility, of a fast track to residency being introduced.
Within Spain's immigration setup for 2025, yeah.
But the main takeaway for now is the potential for a quicker path to residency, not the guaranteed specifics.
Precisely. And that potential is important to be aware of, especially if Spain is, on your radar as a place to live or work.
It gives us a glimpse, maybe, into where their policy might be heading.
A glimpse is a good way to put it. It's early days, but it signals possible future adjustments.
Agreed. So, wrapping up, if this idea of a faster route to living in Spain sounds relevant to you,
then the logical next step is really just vigilance.
Meaning,
keep a close eye on official announcements, straight from the Spanish government.
Right. Look out for detailed policy documents when or if they're released.
And maybe, down the line, consulting with immigration specialists once there's more concrete information to work with. That would be crucial.
Makes sense. Okay, thanks for exploring this early signal with us today.
Good to talk it through.